Baby, by Erik Røde, 1755, read by Sam Adams. Short Story, Part 11. Meeting Linda Carter. Feeling the need for some coffee, we headed to a diner to gather our thoughts. As we sat there sipping our coffee and engaging in conversation, an unexpected guest joined our table. A woman who exuded a professional and scientific demeanor introduced herself as Linda Carter. Quick to clarify that she had no connection to the actress, she took a seat at our table. Seated across from Sally and me, Linda began to unravel the mystery. Astonishingly, she seemed privy to our whereabouts, the baby, and the details of the previous night's accident. Addressing the questions lingering in our minds, Linda delved into an extraordinary revelation about her work as a scientist. According to Linda, she was employed at a nearby military research lab, a highly classified center focusing on special research. Her disclosure took a surprising turn as she explained their focus on studying infants and children, exploring their innate abilities, specifically what they termed as intuition, the formal term being ESP, or extrasensory perception. As Linda continued, I found myself grappling to discern the truth and the credibility of her narrative. She went on to describe the clandestine nature of their experiments and the significance of the baby in our possession. Part 12. Linda's revelation. It unfolded that children, specifically those aged 0 to 7, naturally possess extrasensory perception, especially, or intuition. Linda detailed how this innate ability is typically present but tends to diminish around the age of 5 or 6. In our societies, as formal education begins, there's a cultural emphasis on prioritizing facts and analytical thinking over intuition. Linda categorized this phenomenon under paranormal science or activities, noting the societal inclination to dismiss such capabilities. She then disclosed the existence of a clandestine program led by a general with the aim of preserving and extending this intuition beyond the age of 7. Linda, a researcher within this covert initiative for over 15 years, explained that they seek optimal environments to nurture and sustain the extrasensory perception that naturally wanes in the majority of the population by 7. The ultimate goal is to prevent the loss of trust in these innate abilities. However, she expressed concern about the evolving objectives of the research during her tenure, hinting at a shift in focus over time. Part 13. Shifting objectives. The focus of the research shifted towards military applications, aiming to create soldiers with heightened intuition, allowing them to perceive information from different areas. Linda revealed that she no longer aligned with the objectives of the research, expressing her concern about the transformation of the program. The original intent, as shared by a young scientist named Dr. Molly Martin, involved creating test tube babies. These babies would then be carried by surrogate mothers, with the understanding that once born the child would be owned by the research center. Many young female scientists, like Molly, took on the role of surrogates under controlled conditions, enabling the center to conduct various experiments with the children. Part 14. Molly's story. However, they weren't officially recognized as their mothers. In reality, they were the surrogates, making them the mothers in a moral sense. Molly, the surrogate in focus, gave birth to a baby designated as X, denoting the generation. The research involved studying if the heightened ability observed in this particular generation, X, was environmentally influenced. The assumption was that humans needed specific conditions for this ability to develop, and Molly was assigned to carry and nurture baby X. However, driven by maternal instinct, Molly ran away before giving birth and sought assistance from my group, Linda Carter's group. She delivered the baby at a hospital, which turns out to be the same one we used after the accident. Empathetic to her situation, Linda Carter kept in touch with Molly. Part 15. Molly's story continued. After Molly had the baby, Linda Carter persuaded her to return to the research center, where it became evident that baby X displayed exceptional intuition and extrasensory perception. The infant effortlessly communicated with other babies, creating a warm and supportive environment. Baby X stood out as the best case in their research. Molly, fearing potential consequences of deeper investigations into what made baby X special, decided to run away with the child. Over time, security was alerted when falsified information about Molly's address came to light. Although I knew about her situation, once security became involved, the situation was beyond my control. Linda Carter, who disagreed with the research objectives, shared this information with us. Baby, by Erik Røde, 1755, read by Sam Adams.